What's up, everybody? This is Master Ian Gamer, and welcome to the Overwatch 2 Season 19 Mid-Season Update. That is right, we are halfway through Season 19, and we just got a pretty sizable drop of new stuff in the game. First and foremost being the big fancy mythic you can see in the background, Cyber Fuel Junkrat. Yes, that is the shiny new skin we have added, although there are other skins. Some pretty nice ones, by the way, which we'll be taking a look at after we have a quick look-see at Cyber Fuel, because this is a pretty cool skin. And yes, let's see, preview. We want to try it out, get a sense for the effects and the sounds and everything. I really like the detail they put into his trap there. All right.
Plenty of fuel to burn it down.
Okay. I kind of like the squishy sound, if you can call it that.
Well, I can't miss, and when I do this, it doesn't count. Ooh, can't wait.
All right, so that's what the trap looks like.
Who needs drug delivery?
Very, like, squishy sound effects, which is kind of weird. Not what I would have expected, per se. But I do quite like the look of things. What happens if you trap someone? Alright, that's like a munching sound it makes. That's kind of interesting. And now let's have a look at the Riptire.
Tired of me yet?
I quite like it. I quite like it. This is probably one of the best mythic skins we've gotten in a while. But now let's have a look at all the customization for it. All right, so hopping back to the just standard customization, now that we've heard all the sound effects and whatnot. So we have, well, the base skin. This is like the level 1. Again, they have the whole like tiered level up system. It's garbage. But anyways, let's just look at the different effects. So we have the effects on... They're literally the exact same. Okay, well, what do we have to go to like level 4? Okay, so we can turn the skin effects on at least. Oh, I guess that's just ability effects. So you wouldn't even be able to see it in here because it only applies to a weapon. Again, useless things for them to add. Anyways, so we have the default, and then we have the visual skin effects with like the aura around him and the mask. I really like that mask detail. That's probably one of my favorite things about the skin aesthetic-wise. And then the tire. So we have the base tire there, level 1. Level 2 is like a black hole, which is so interesting because that almost feels like something that'd fit better with Sigma, or at least the skin inspired by Sigma. But this skin is pretty clearly inspired by the Freaks, which is the faction that Hazard hails from. But I do like the design of that black hole tire. And then the third one is another face, but it's more like a 3D with a tongue sticking out. Unfortunately, that's all the model customization you get. I do like the tires. I think all three of these look pretty cool in their own right, but I wish there was more. I wish you could like change his coat or something with his arms or something, but I don't know, it is what it is. Different colors then, so base is like the teal with like the pinkish purple accents, and then we get the red with, I guess you could say that's like little teal highlights throughout, like red and pink with white. And then the third one is the orange and blue. Honestly, I gotta say the base one I think it looks the best. This looks the most like the Freaks. It's got that like neon cyber effect going. And let's see. So we got gilded as well. Okay, that looks kind of nice. Again, the gilded and iridescent aspects, you have to get them by buying them separately after the fact. And iridescent actually looks pretty cool too. Both the aspects look pretty cool for this one. I feel like I'm leaning toward either iridescent or the base level 1 color, for which I prefer, but you got some options there at least with the colors, thankfully, unlike the model. But anyways, quick look at the different aspects because he does have a lot of accessories. It's Junkrat. Hey, look at the tire. We get to see that pretty clearly. The concussion mine looks like this. And by the way, there's no weapon variants, unfortunately, because mythic skins just don't have custom weapons anymore. So they can sell you mythic weapons instead. And there's a look at the mine and the frag launcher. Quite like the design of these. The steel trap with its big jaw and tongue. And then the detonator even has a unique little design. Looks like a it's like a little like dinosaur or dragon. I quite like that. Very fun design. And yeah, I gotta say, I am pleasantly impressed with this Mythic skin. It suffers from a lot of the issues recent Mythics have as well, which is just, you know, the whole tiered system. Like, this is a worthless thing. This is a worthless thing. Like, why are these options? This should be like different head options where it's like, oh, mask on, mask off, and then maybe like a third option that'd be like a second type of mask. That's how they should do it, but they don't, because of course they don't. But regardless, you know, definitely one of the best Mythics we've gotten in a while. One that I'll probably be grabbing for myself, because I do quite like the look of it. And now let's have a little look-see at some of those other skins that got released. All right, so hopping into the hero gallery, we can take a look at the new shop skins that'll be coming up this season. The main theme of which is magepunk. Yes, this was one of the survey themes we had a while ago. And now we got them in game. We've finally got the magepunk skins. And I gotta say, these are some pretty good looking skins. So first up, we get a magepunk diva skin, which, dang, I really like that persona skin she just got, but this one is pretty good too. Love the design of the mech with all like the tech components on it and whatnot. Look at the pistol there. And then Diva herself. I like the Diva design. Not my favorite outfit for Diva, but it's a good one. The mech especially, though, I really like the look of this. Next up, then, we get Magepunk Mauga, which is not a skin I would expect to see. I would never assume Mauga gets a Magepunk skin, but by golly, if he doesn't look cool in this outfit... And hey, it's Mauga. He hasn't gotten a good skin in a while, so I'm taking it. Look at this. Woo! I love the design of it. Quick look at the weapons there. Next up, we get Magepunk Soldier. Again, an unexpected one. I think very few of the Magepunk skins we're getting are actually directly from the survey, which is kind of interesting. Like, this wasn't one of them. Mauga wasn't. I don't think Diva was even part of the survey, but here we go. Magepunk Soldier. Probably one of the less interesting Magepunk skins from this set we're getting here. I don't know. It's alright. It's fine looking. It's not nearly as good as a lot of his other skins, but interesting that he gets a Magepunk one. Next is Magepunk Symmetra, which, I'll be honest, except for like maybe her arm and the weapon, doesn't really read as Magepunk to me. The outfit just seems like her typical outfit. Like, it doesn't feel like steampunk magepunk-esque that much. You can look at the teleporter. The weapon is decently magepunk themed. I think that looks cool. And look at the turret as well. But yeah, overall, it's kind of a shame. I wish they'd done something a bit more for Symmetra, because again, Symmetra's a hero that doesn't get a lot of skins. So the fact that she does get one, and it's kind of just, I don't know. Feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. And then lastly, Magepunk Juno. There we go. I believe this one was in the survey. I think it looked a bit different. I don't remember her having like mannequin limbs, because like her legs are clearly not natural, nor are her arms here. She's like a cyborg, but like a mannequin, you know, like Magepunk cyborg, which is kind of cool. Kind of a cool design there. Overall, aesthetic-wise, not my favorite Juno skin, but I like it. It's something different for her, at least, which I can appreciate. And look at the Medi Blaster and the torpedoes, which do have very cool designs with the little like vials on the back of them. Very unique designs for the torpedoes specifically. And unfortunately, despite the fact that there was a Kiriko Magepunk skin in the survey, she isn't getting one here this season. I mean, it's Kiriko. It's not like she needs any more skins, but just to note, there is no Kiriko Magepunk skin. Beyond Magepunk, though, we also have the Noire theme as a sort of like mini theme of skins, which again was a survey theme back in the day. I feel like not that long ago, but it's probably been like a year at this point. And yeah, we have Anti-Hero Reaper, which is like the Noire Reaper skin, which I like this just because of how different it is. seeing him with the mustache and glasses is a really unique look. Definitely appreciate that. And look at the shotguns, which I'm getting like an umbrella vibe off the design of the barrel of these. I don't know if that's necessarily what they're going for, but it definitely looks like it's supposed to be an umbrella with like the little prongs and the different slits across it. Interesting design, interesting skin overall for sure. And then the other noire skin is the Femme Fatale Widowmaker, which again has like the black and white overall palette, the very stylish fashion look for her. Sunglass, well, you can even call those sunglasses if they're red like that. Either way, the look for her. The noire skins aren't my favorite out of the set. Like, I think it's interesting. Noire feels like a very unique theme for them to go with, something they haven't already done before, but not as exciting as magepunk for me personally. And then beyond just the magepunk and noire, we have a set of recolor, specifically Egypt recolor skins. So we have Lapis, which is a recolor of the Doomfist. Was it Bastet, I think, was the name of his original skin? And now we get a recolor Lapis. Farah gets the Malachite skin, which is a recolor of her Horus skin, I want to say. I think that was the name of the original. Again, I don't remember them individually, but this is a recolor of a past Egypt-themed skin, which honestly doesn't even look that different from just her base outfit, but it is technically a recolor. And then Ilari gets Sunstone, a recolor of, I'll be honest, I do not remember the name of the original version, but this one has a lighter, or like red and orange color palette too, compared to the other one, which I think was a lot darker in color scheme. So yeah, there you go. These are the new skins added in Season 19 Midseason Update. These will be added at some point in the shop throughout the remainder of the season. They're not here currently, so you can't get them just yet, but they're going to be showing up in the upcoming weeks. So stay tuned for my Overwatch shop update videos I do every week to keep up to date on when they actually enter the shop. We also have the new game mode, Spirit Showdown, which is sort of a deathmatchy, what is the word for it? Is it Hero Gauntlet, I think is the term. Basically, it's one of those modes where you play, and as you get eliminations, the hero you're playing as swaps. So it sort of cycles you through the set amount of characters you have. But there are challenges associated with it, so, you know, you have a reason to play. A lot of XP and loot boxes, but there are a few cosmetics that you can get. So there's the Lucky Cat player icon, the Ghost Kitty player icon, the Festival Knights name card, and the Ghost Kitty weapon charm. So there you go. That is a quick look there at the very small handful of cosmetics available for this. But hey, at least it's something to do, right? A new temporary mode, even if it's just a simple mode. Oh well. And then the last thing that's worth taking a look at is the new story mode. So here it is. This is not really a mode, I shouldn't call it that. It's more of like an in-game lore codex thing that, yeah, features a bunch of stuff. And interestingly, at the moment, it looks like it's only these 3 pages. So you get like the cinematic story so far. So for example, you know, you can just click on it.
30 years ago, the Omnics.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us have like seen this. This isn't new. None of these are new, technically. These are all things we've seen before. They're just motion comics and hero trailers. Although it is interesting that it only goes as far back as Freya. And then it just has everything pre-Freya wrapped up in this one video. And then we move up. We get up through Wuyong. And then the most recent comics and lore drops. And then coming soon. There are 2 coming soons. If you've seen the leaks, you know what those are already. Check out my Lupa breakdown video for more details if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, so 2 things are being teased coming up, presumably within the next week or 2, by the way. So stay tuned for those. That'll be interesting once we get to see them. And yeah, this is the lore thing. Very minimal, I'll admit. Very minimal, but better than nothing. And that then does it for everything we have to look at here, cosmetic and challenge-wise, in the Season 19 mid-season update. Definitely let me know your thoughts on the skins we had shown off here today. Are any of them ones you're going to be picking up for yourself? Are you a fan of the new Mythic skin? Maybe you're excited for the lore stuff, or even the new game mode. Let me know in the comments down below, and as always, be sure to subscribe, hit up that bell icon, follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any of my future Overwatch 2 news, streams, and other content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. I will be going live as soon as I upload this video, playing the new season, trying out some of the new skins, so be sure to tune in for that, and otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.